Alrighty, this is day 3 of Socializing Bernadette. Bernadette is that tired old hound dog sitting right over there after her exhausting day of socialization. Um, Bernadette is not socialized through no fault of her own. I take full responsibility. There was COVID, there was my wounded knee, there was the fact that there could be bugs outside and I didn't want to get bit. I'm really not an outdoor person, and there were dog attacks in my neighborhood and I didn't want to risk it. And some other reasons, just maybe lazy, I don't know, anyway. Now she's 65 pounds. She has a vet appointment October 1st, which is 27 days from here. And I realized I didn't know how to get her into the vet. Getting her in the car, having her stay put in a position without causing chaos, getting her out of the car, all of those issues, they just weren't going to happen. So we started. Day 1, we overdid it. I used the royal we, it's kind of like a we here, but I overdid it. I enlisted a friend, Bernadette's Uncle Carl. The reason I call him Uncle because he has 2 of her litter mates as his pups, which is how I got Bernadette. And we got her out of the car after probably about 20 minutes, and she knocked us down. She decided to get back in the car. I couldn't even hold her. She has super duper strength, as anybody would be in a crisis, and that was too much. Day 2, I drove her over to a friend's house. We parked. I rolled down the window. The friend came and said kind words. She brought chicken. Bernadette had no desire and still doesn't for any kind of treats. And we drove down to the beach. Bernadette refused to look at anybody walking past her until at the very end. And so now this is day 3. Got her in the car. Not too much negotiation. She didn't want to sit still. She cried a little bit. I took her to Culver's, got her some cheese curds. No interest. Got her a hamburger patty. No interest. Got myself a milkshake, and I don't know, she probably didn't have interest, but Culver's does this thing where they have a very wide mouth on their milkshakes. I remember when I took Riley, or was it Fred? It was a dachshund, and through Culver's, got my milkshake, and the dog stepped into my milkshake up to his hip, and it was covered in milkshake, and my milkshake was covered in dog stuff, and it just didn't go well. This time I remembered, moved it to the other side. I digress. So we parked in the back, in the alley of where I work, and as my friends came out after their shift, very kind, they all spoke to Bernadette. She ignored everyone. She tried to get in the back seat, so I kept her right by the door. Finally, Carl and Emily, people I work with, came out and spoke to her kindly, and she survived. I would not say it was a better day. And I don't know if you can see, I have red eyes. I'll have to check, look it up, and just see when a dog gets scared, if they exude some kind of, it's not a pheromone, maybe some kind of a sweat, some smell, because she was smelling like a hound dog, and normally she doesn't smell. And I got this terrible allergy in my eyes, kind of in my throat. So whatever she was doing sitting there, wishing she wasn't sitting there, she was exuding some kind of thing. So I'll find it out. I'll do a little Dr. Google and see what's going on. I took her down by the lake, rolled down the window. She looked out. People walked past. She was nonplussed, and we came home. Would I say day 3 was a success? No, not really. Easier getting in the car, not as comfortable riding, and we got wedged on the way out, so it really wasn't her fault. Normally when I pull in, I pull back my seat to give us enough room. Bernadette was anxious, and we got wedged, and I couldn't reach to get my seat. So it took us a while to get out of the car, but it was through no fault of her own once again. And now you see I have a pooped pup. Poor Bernadette. So on we go. I won't be discouraged. Day 4 tomorrow. Let's see. I work, but maybe I'll take her for a ride down by the beach and make her look at waves and maybe notice people. Poor Bernadette. Poor Bernadette. Have a good night. Anybody want to see Prayer Boy? Is Prayer Boy going to get up? You're not. I see him peeking over. That's Tilly, the little black and tan who peeked. That's not your name, Tilly. Well, Tilly is your name. Your name isn't Prayer Boy. Never mind. I think I have allergies and I'm stressed. So I'm going to bid you adieu. Have a happy night. Relax, chill, kick back. Catch you later.